Hello and welcome to the latest video. Basically I've just got in from the shops, absolutely soaked because it just keeps chucking it down, as many of you will know. Every hour it seems like, yay, British summer, fantastic. So yeah, obviously I was like, right, okay, you know what, I'm going to cheer myself up and talk magazines, and obviously here we are. Two quick things just before I look at today's certain issue. I want to say everyone who came to the stall over at Revival last weekend, so that's what, 6 days ago now, 5, 6 days ago. Thank you so much for chatting to us. Also buying any magazines. It's great to obviously see people finding magazines. This is Amiga Addict and Pixel Addict for the first time. Got quite a few ideas for future pieces as well. Also spoke to Adam Koralik, the YouTuber and game historian, who had with him the Sega Pluto, so I'm going to be having a chat with him probably next week, possibly the week after, so that'll be coming in a future Pixel Addict magazine, because I spoke to him for ages. Also had a really good chat with now regular columnist Alex Trowers, ex-Bullfrog, and he gave us some great insights on theme park and theme hospital. So while I'm recording this, the new Pixel Addict's out, looking at Elite, and Alex's first piece is in there looking back at Magic Carpet, which is 30 years old now, so we're sharing a few memories of that. It's going to be very quick, very quick pickups, and then straight on to the main part. So basically these came from Soulful Retro Games. Quite a few issues of Amiga Power magazine. I will do a proper video on at least one of these, maybe two, because they are some of the later issues. And nicely he's backed them up as well. This is obviously the tail end of the Amiga's commercial life, even though Amiga format did carry on for, oh god, a good few years after this. So there we go, the slap of a magazine hitting another magazine. Yeah, so that sounds weird. And then we've also got, see, they've lost a spine, so now it's just like stapled, whereas before it used to be obviously had a spine. Perfect bound, I think, is the term. And there's like one of the latest issues, the later issues there, 62, where it's down to like 50 odd pages. Allegedly, we have been told that magazine could have carried on a little bit longer, past its 65 issues. There were still a couple of games coming out, but again, I suppose Future had Amiga format, as mentioned. Just to show you a couple of others. Also an issue there of 1998 Games Master magazine. And then from Mark Jowett, Sega Mags, we have got a few CVG, and this is the era I'm going to be looking at in a minute. So this is the mid-90s, there we go, Harvester on the cover, complete with a wall chart for World Cup 94, so 30 years ago now. But what I'm looking at today, finally, 3.5 minutes in, 4 minutes in, is CVG issue 150. Now, a lot of people remember this, so I'll just cover my own face up with Rise of the Robots guy. Quite a memorable cover. Rise of the Robots, full of hype. Anyone who's roughly my age will remember it was in all the magazines. It looked stunning. Sadly, it turned out really bad. Although one magazine gave it a really high score, Amiga Action, I'm looking at you, and I still think they may have taken a couple of sweeteners there on that one. Sorry to say, because I've actually got friends that actually worked on that magazine. So this was issue 150. So this actually went through a redesign of a magazine. We kept this, we gave it a spine as well. I think this was actually for the first time. Because I started buying CVG back in about 92, 93, where it's a little bit wider than this. Again, I'm sounding so boring with talking about how wide the pages are, but there we go. So 100% independent, obviously. CVG at this time has got its haters as well. I have spoke to ex-editor Paul Rand, who explained a few of the ins and outs. to obviously the difficulties of doing CVG at this time, because you think how many magazines EMAP actually had, you know, Nintendo magazine system, Mean Machine, Sega, so any really good stuff is going to really go today because they were seen as like the official magazines. So, you know, I can only imagine, you know, when you've got Rise of the Robots for your cover, even though other magazines had that as well. But like we said, we've got things like Harvester there, Mortal Kombat, you know, Acclaim at the time would want that on nearly every magazine, and Street Fighter and things. But, you know, it's quite hard. So I'm just going to point out a few things. So we have got Paul here, as just mentioned. So he's saying changing with the times. It's half a page there talking about New Look magazine. Also, a couple of the new upcoming games. So he's saying he's given CVG a complete overhaul. If you have a quick flick through this issue, you'll see that not only has the design of each page been altered to make it much more simpler to find the information you're looking for, also there's a lot more inside. We're not only reviewing more games than any other magazine. I think that's true because I'll show you in a minute. There's some really small reviews as well. We're really packing it in. I've also given you a better understanding of what's happening in the ever-changing games market. And yeah, it does go on a bit, but I think it's a very interesting time because obviously we've got things like a lot of fails consoles as well. So straight away now we're going into the 32-bit era. If you have a look here, we've got things like 3DO, CDI, the Jaguar and stuff. You've still obviously got the 16-bit consoles as well. You've also got your handhelds. So you're looking there, you've got Kirby Pinball on Game Boy. I do quite like the layout. I mean, there's a lot going on, but it's quite clear. Your big stories at the top and these little snippets at the bottom as well, you know, all put into their own little mini box outs / columns. So the first thing we've got work in progress: Spider-Man, Venom, Maximum Carnage, scrolling beat 'em up. Not fantastic, but does cost a lot if you want this. A bit like Separation Anxiety, which was a follow-up. Again, scrolling beat 'em up. I remember renting this out from Ritz Video or Blockbuster by then maybe. It isn't that great, but it does cost a lot of money. But then we've also got, so, you know, we started with a game, a big release, and then going on to coming soon with some smaller little previews for Skeleton Crew on the Amiga 1200, Tomcat Alley on Mega CD, Who Shot Johnny Rock on the 3DO, Theme Park on the 3DO PC and the Amiga 1200, Checker Flag 2 on the Jaguar as well. See, so like, there is a lot going on with each page, you know. I'll try to whiz through this because, like I say, there is quite a lot. Okay, so this is actually quite an important thing, really. Well, not important, I suppose more interesting. So we have got here Wish Upon a Game. So with the changing industry, we speak to a few company icons now, you know, looking back 30 years. I mean, when's this from? It was May 1994, so yes, it's just over 30 years ago. So they're asking questions to what's going on with the industry, what they want and things. Jason Kingsley over at Rebellion, Martin Brown at Team 17, a couple of others as well. Working over at SCI is Jim Loftus, not a name I recognise, but you know, there's a couple there. And then we've got the big cover feature, Rise of the Robots. 30 years ago, honestly, 30 years ago you'd have been excited because fighting games were huge. And this one looks stunning because things like Virtua Fighter and Tekken, you know, they were going for that sort of 3D polygon type look, but these look so shiny, you know. I have tried to speak to people about this game, but I've not actually had any luck, sadly. But who knows, maybe one day. We've also got a look at Daytona USA, sit down cabinet there. Still a classic, be it on consoles or arcade. Okay, so this shows that really, even though this is, what, 94, you've still got things like a lot of 16-bit era. So you've got a Mega CD game here, Heart of the Alien. You've got Streets of Rage 3 there, the worst one of the series in my view. I just can never gel with it at all. I'll carry on whizzing through this. World Cup USA 94 game. Back then, we used to have so many football games. That one wasn't too bad. I had a mate who bought it. We spent a fair bit of time on it. Own your own arcade. Let's have a look at this in a sec. So, let's see what this feature is. There's almost no such thing as a perfect coin-up conversion, but why bother with imitations when owning the original might be cheaper than you think? Right, okay, so I used to see Super Gun, which was a device to actually play arcade boards, and then obviously you could get, build your own joysticks and things like this. Obviously now things have changed quite a lot. There's so many people that have made their own cabs and everything, and yeah, it's just basically this company here, Raven Games, are selling the boards. So let's just talk 1994 prices. Right, so, tell you what, let's just show you this. So there we go, like, the controllers and things. And this is what I'm looking at down here at the moment. So we have got, starting with Final Fight, my favourite arcade game, £85. Street Fighter 2, £95. Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, £125. And then Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which was the latest version at this time. I think the new challenges may have just been coming out, Super Street Fighter 2. You're paying £275 for that. Double Dragon, £35. And I reckon that'll cost a lot more. But that one always sticks in my mind. And then you're looking at your different cabinets costing £750, £800. So yeah, so I suppose if you had the money, it was possible, Anyway, I'm going to carry on. Again, want to keep this to 20 minutes max. So we're on to reviews. We have got Virtua Racing on the Mega Drive, £70. Now this was a big cart. Anyone who has owned it will remember that. They only gave it though 79%, so I'll just zoom in a bit there. I don't know. It's never really gelled with me that much. I think there's far better races even around that time. Like we said with Daytona and stuff, and Sega rallies around that time as well. Star Trek 25th anniversary PC CD-ROM, 90%. Not the type of thing I'd have gone for. Now, this is one Twisted on the 3DO. So this is what I mean. These are the type of games that were getting a lot of coverage in the mags at the time, the multi-format ones anyway, because this was like what you're meant to be playing, these new games. You can't do this on the SNES, you can't do it on the Mega Drive, and this is what people allegedly wanted. Some of them better than others. This was featured on Games Master, the TV show, 88% for that, but it is still seen as one of the better games. What else have we got? I'm just picking out key ones. CD32, Bubba and Sticks, 88% there. 81 there is Fleet Defender on PC. Not something that I'd play myself. Jurassic Park on the Mega CD, 87%. Quite a late release really, because obviously it'd been out on other systems. And then what have we got? We've got Kickoff 3 on the SNES. Jesus Christ. So I've just seen the score. Kickoff 3 on the SNES, right. Again, lots of football games at the time. Now, I've never actually played this. Even friends who bought nearly every single football game didn't bother with this one, but they've given it 96%. Now, who reviewed it? Paul Rand. So basically, it could be a case of being a fan of the Kickoff series. Obviously, he had Sensible Soccer at this time as well. But Kickoff as a well-known brand and series was really hyped. On things like Kickoff 2, being one of the seen as one of the best football games. We've got, this shows the time as well, Krang and Raw magazine for all you metalheads. This is around the time I started buying both of them, although Raw did turn into an indie magazine. We have got Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage, 83%. And then we've got these little reviews here. So these are quickly review roundups. So when we say they are fitting in more reviews, they are, some of them probably just need a few words on them. At times I almost wish I could do this for Pixel Addict, have, like 4 little mini 150 word reviews. Some people do want more though. Then we've also got Kirby's Pinball Land at 92%. We have got Mega Race on the PC CD-ROM. That was originally going to come out, I think it was either on Amiga or the CD32. Got cancelled when the studio who were converting it went under. We've got Raiden, 44% on the Jaguar. What else have we got? Sensible Soccer on the Archimedes. So they really are covering as many machines as they can. 94% there. You don't really see many Acorn Archimedes reviews, do you? Battletoads on the Game Gear, 60%. Oh, these are good ones. Right. CD32, yes. It was popular. Just, well, yeah, games for it, we'll say. What we've got, Disposable Hero and Lotus Trilogy. Lotus Trilogy, not bad. Obviously, the music could be even better. 82%, 77%. What else? NHL Hockey 94, getting 90% there. Again, you've got more of these like little reviews here for handhelds. What else? We've got FM Towns Marty feature there. A few mini reviews and things. I suppose that's just it. You know, you're not going to be getting this in any of the other EMAP magazines. I think the only magazine that I'll probably cover FM Towns Marty will be Edge a little bit. You know, the odd one. And then we have got, let's have a quick look. Okay. We've got Hero Quest 2 there. But this is a page that's made me just go, ooh. We've got a little bit on PD games. So surprising, really. Not the type of thing I'd ever thought I'd see in CVG. And then we've got cheapos / budget games. So what things like Lynx on the Kicks label, Police Quest on the Kicks label, Railroad Tycoon. You know, I behold it again on the Kicks label, Hit Squad. Like all those sort of like, not the budget £2 games anymore, but you know, £12, £13 titles. We have got John Madden on 3DO. Obviously, EA, big backers of a 3DO, so that's the type of game that, you know, you get on there. And then we've got, oh my God. Our mission at CVG is to review every game released, so don't buy it before we try it. Here's a roundup of this month's look at the current crop of games and our thoughts. Okay, this is absolutely crazy. So there's 41 games there. We've got about 2 or 3 lines each, and a very quick write-up, you know, and the score. That's over 3 pages. Then we've got Yob's Mailbag. Anyone who remembers CVG will remember Yob. And obviously all the little drawings. Feature on racing games. Quite a big feature on racing games. Then the pages I still love are the help pages, you know, people sending questions and wanting to, you know, which game is best, or can you tell me a little bit more about the specs on this console? Don't fully understand it. Game tips underneath as well. The help goes on for ages. And then what else have we got? I don't know if there's anything else that's just standing out. More cheats. Arcade games. Not too much on arcade. And then we've also got a quick chat with the editors of other EMAP magazines there, saying what's going on in their magazine, be it, you know, the one for Amiga games, PC games, NMS, MMS, official Sega magazine and stuff. And then we just got a last page just on VR. So that was it really. Altogether 132 pages for 225. Not bad. Better than what I remember when I looked through this, because I've not seen this issue for ages. And obviously with it being a relaunch, you really want to, you know, make a big deal out of it, you know, to go and check it out. Yeah, I think it's a really nice time capsule of that era. So I think I might have a look at another one of those CVGs from the 94-95 era, share my thoughts, and then, like I say, get onto some Amiga Power. I've not forgot Nintendo coverage. We'll be doing that as soon as I can. Hopefully try and get maybe one more video in the next week or so. But anyway, that's all for me. Again, thank you anyone who subscribed. I'm going to try to keep it 20 minutes. Just gone over that. I'm so sorry. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye-bye.